Jayson Tatum has risen to become the best small forward in the NBA right now, surpassing even the likes of LeBron James and Kevin Durant as the Celtics hold great expectations for the 2024 NBA season. First, let's delve into the pros and cons of the Celtics star Jayson Tatum. On the positive side, he's an exceptional shot maker, showcasing remarkable ability to score even in the face of formidable defensive opposition. He's also a solid defender with hopes of making the all-defensive team this season, as during the 2022 NBA playoffs, he kept Kevin Durant to just 26 points on a terrible field goal percentage of just 38%. Tatum's prowess as a finisher often goes overlooked. He excels at converting challenging layups and is more than capable of posterizing any defender in his path. Additionally, Jayson Tatum is a high-proficiency three-point shooter. His ability to connect from beyond the arc forces opposing defensives to scramble their efforts to close out on him, which in turn creates opportunities for him to exploit open lanes for scoring or playmaking. His three-point shooting adds a valuable dimension to his offensive repertoire. Tatum has demonstrated his playoff prowess, most notably with his recent 51-point performance in a closeout game versus the Sixers. However, he does have some weaknesses in his postseason play. In the 2022 NBA Finals versus the Golden State Warriors, he fell short of his usual standards, averaging just 21 points with a subpar shooting efficiency of 36%. While some of this can be attributed to the shoulder and hand injury he sustained in the previous series, these inconsistencies in the playoffs are not isolated incidents. For example, he allowed the 8-seeded Miami Heat to take the first 3 games in the previous season's Eastern Conference Finals. Although led by Tatum, the Celtics made a valiant effort to mount a 3-0 comeback, it ultimately failed as in Game 7, Tatum suffered an ankle injury in the opening possession, leaving Boston in a difficult position. He soldiered through 41 minutes of play but managed only 14 points as the Celtics fell 1 game short of the NBA Finals. Another noticeable weakness in Tatum's game is the absence of a consistent mid-range jumper. Defenders have caught on to his tendency to either size them up for a step-back 3 or drive to the basket. His predictability stems from the lack of a well-developed mid-range or post-up game, which can limit his offensive options, making it easier for defenders to anticipate his moves. Coming into the 2024 NBA season, the Boston Celtics are the current title favorites as his supporting cast is more than capable of stepping up to the plate. The presence of established players like Jaylen Brown, the two-way star, Kristaps Porzingis, the 7-foot sniper, and Jrue Holiday, who is one of the league's best defenders. Brown's scoring ability and Holiday's hustle on both ends of the court complement Tatum's game beautifully. However, it's worth noting that the Milwaukee Bucks pose a formidable challenge for Boston to surmount. Milwaukee boasts a star-studded lineup featuring talents like Giannis Antetokounmpo, the former Portland Trail Blazers superstar Damian Lillard, the master of the mid-range game Chris Middleton, and Brook Lopez, the runner-up defensive player of the year, who impressively shot 37% from beyond the arc. Jayson Tatum has taken on an increasingly prominent role in orchestrating the offense, evident by his career-high usage rate of 37%. Tatum displays great comfort in the various pick-and-roll scenarios, whether he's the ball handler, the roll man in the pick-and-pop setup, or cutting to the basket. His ability to read the defense and create open scoring opportunities for his teammates is noteworthy. Moreover, Jayson Tatum excels as an elite drive and kick player, forcing his opponents to double-team him near the basket. With Boston's offense centered around Tatum and surrounded by players like Brown, Porzingis, and Holiday, it creates favorable situations for the Celtics. During games 5 and 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Heat, Tatum impressively averaged 93 touches per game, translating to almost 8 minutes per game with the ball in his possession. Jaylen Brown, the counterpart to Jayson Tatum, has recently secured an astonishing contract, valued at an incredible $304 million, the largest contract in NBA history. Brown excels in high-level defensive play, and together with Jayson Tatum, they are both determined to secure a spot on the all-defensive first team. Renowned as the best second option in the NBA, Jaylen Brown is known for his ability to take and make tough shots, contribute defensively, excel in rebounding, and display precision as a three-point shooter. However, he does face some valid criticism in terms of ball handling. He occasionally struggles to maintain control navigating through traffic or moving to the left. Improving these skills will be crucial if Jaylen Brown wants to cement himself as a top 10 player in the league. The guard positions are fortified by 2 of the NBA's premier defensive players, Jrue Holiday and Derek White, as they attempt to fill the void left by the departure of Marcus Smart, who was traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. Jrue Holiday is coming off the most outstanding season of his career, shooting an impressive 38% from beyond the arc and earning an all-star and first-team all-defensive honors. Derek White has finally garnered recognition for his defensive prowess, securing a place on the all-defensive roster also, while maintaining his reputation as a dependable sharpshooter. Both Holiday and White have demonstrated their ability to convert on challenging shots when the game is on the line, making Boston's backcourt duo a reliable asset in clutch situations. Boston's most intriguing off-season addition is undoubtedly Kristaps Porzingis, who looked really good during the Celtics preseason games. Despite being somewhat underrated, his defensive capabilities are a standout feature. In 2023, he attempted 5 3-pointers per game, connecting on 36% of them. What sets Porzingis apart from other big man shooters in the league, like Brook Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks, is his ability to sink threes in various spots on the court, including above the break, in the corners, and even on the elbows. Notably, his defensive prowess continues to improve with Porzingis. With an average of 1.5 blocks per game last season, this defensive contribution will be crucial for Boston, especially with the loss of Robert Williams and the aging Al Horford. The NBA offseason brought a surprising turn of events for Boston, when GM Brad Stevens made significant trades, parting ways with 2 two Celtics mainstays, Marcus Smart and Robert Williams. As much as it hurts Celtic fans to see these two go, the additions undoubtedly make it worth the trouble, as both Holiday and Porzingis are major upgrades, and here is why. When comparing Jrue Holiday to Marcus Smart, it's important to note while Smart earned the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2022, Holiday's consistent defensive efforts don't always reflect on the stat sheet. Smart's aggressive defensive style often results in more fouls, which can send opponents to the free throw line. Holiday averages 1.2 steals per game, slightly lower than Smart's 1.5, but he brings more versatility as a defender, capable of guarding positions 1 through 4. Milwaukee has utilized his defensive skills to match up on players ranging from Stephen Curry all the way down to Kevin Durant. With the addition of Damian Lillard to the Bucks, Holiday's defensive contributions will be crucial as he seeks to get revenge against his former team. Jrue Holiday stands out as a more accomplished talent, averaging 19 points on 47% shooting, whereas Smart's offensive performance is less impressive, with averages of 11.5 points on the less efficient shooting splits, including 33% from 3 and 41% from the field. Shifting our attention to the big man, Robert Williams simply doesn't have an outside shooting game, as he has never attempted enough three-pointers over his 5 seasons in the NBA to establish a shooting percentage. Nevertheless, his interior defense has been exceptional, maintaining an average of 1.7 blocks during his relatively short time in the league. On the other hand, Porzingis has consistently demonstrated himself to be a high-level scorer throughout his NBA career, boasting career averages of 19.6 points, 7.9 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 1.8 blocks, all while shooting at a 45% clip from the field and an impressive 35% from beyond the arc. Robert Williams primarily served as a lob threat on the offensive end. Williams even lost his starting position to Derek White as the Celtics transitioned into small ball lineups to optimize their spacing. Boston can now enjoy both benefits of spacing and size, a critical advantage when facing formidable opponents like the Milwaukee Bucks. This combination will entice big men like Brook Lopez and Giannis out of the paint, creating open driving lanes for Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Regarding the coaching staff, Joe Mazzulla, now with a full NBA season of experience under his belt, is better equipped to guide the team towards an NBA Finals appearance. Boston is poised to make a strong push at their first championship in the Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown era, as they attempt to mark their first championship since 2008. Are the Celtics better than the Bucks? And if so, will the Boston Celtics win the title in 2024? I look forward to hearing from you in the comments below.